This was a case of me being invited and then uninvited from a week-long tropical vacation with a girlfriend of his who I had never met before. We eventually decided to make a trip together to Copenhagen, which we both wanted to visit, as compensation. I also asked to meet her to feel more comfortable with the trip. We spent the 4th of July going to see her and her boyfriend in the city where they live, and although it was nice to put a face to a name, it was ultimately a very cold trip, and she was not at all welcoming to me. My boyfriend remarked on how unfriendly she was to both of us, he thought, and said he was surprised she didn't act warmly to me. I went out of my way to get to know her and her boyfriend, but it didn't click. Even after several days, they were somewhat cold to each other as well. They bickered a little about their future and his 3-week trip without her, scheduled for the same time as their trip. This had been my effort to feel better about the trip, so I told my boyfriend that I still didn't feel comfortable with things and was insulted by how it was handled. I had tried to make things smooth between us, and I asked him to please come up with something to help me feel better about the trip. On a visit to his family, they asked about the trip. They were all shocked that he would have arranged it this way. They told me they would have been furious if they were in my position, which triggered a fight in which I asked him to please help